I am on time today. How are you guys? Let me bring it up on my computer so I can read the comments a little bit easier. I think I'm gonna get this live chat thing down a little bit. Last time I was like a little overwhelmed in the best way possible, but I was like trying to read it on my computer and I was seeing things come across here. So, hey Bart, how are you? Does it feel like a Monday for anyone else? It's been a long day. Hey Leslie, how are you guys today? How was your day? And then I'll tell you about my day, and it has to do with the camper. When I do work on the camper like I did today, I obviously like to shower after, and I haven't even showered yet. And I'm not in the camper, and I'll get into that. Why I'm not in the camper. Hey Sherry. um, hey Justin. How are you guys? Hey Paul. Before you guys hopped on, I was saying it felt like a Monday. So does it feel like a Monday for anyone else? It's hot there, Leslie. Where are you at? How hot is it? And yeah, Charlotta. Is it Charlotta? Monday vibes. Good, Justin. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm okay. It's been a long day, and I'll explain to you guys. This has to do with a camper. And to be completely honest, I am so frustrated, but it is okay. 36 Celsius. I don't know what that would be Fahrenheit. I wish I knew Celsius. I'm sorry. Hi, Debbie. Debbie's in Oregon. If you guys don't know, I explained it on my last live, and I'll explain it in more detail in the future videos, but I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Oregon this summer. I'm so excited. Actually, from May until like September, I'm going to be in Oregon. Awesome. So that's really cool. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I also had to, with what happened with me today. Ooh, Missouri. Cool. Hi, Kathy. I asked a couple questions on Instagram, hoping someone would just like mention some random advice and it would click and everything would be fixed, but that is not the case. Okay, so I got up super early this morning and I did my own work. Also, look at this jug. So this is this is a hydro jug. Do not tell me it looks like a Stanley because I'm like anti-Stanley the fad. I'm down for some like old Stanley stuff, but I will not participate in the Stanley Cup fad that is going on. And if you don't know what it is, let me know and I'll quickly share. But it's insane and it's ridiculous. So I ordered this way better price point off the internet because it doesn't spill. So it has a straw that goes in it and you can shut this. I'm scared to do it. I actually haven't tried it, but see, it doesn't spill. But I think this will be great. I haven't had a water bottle since my bus burned. So this is nice. I needed it, but look how big it is. It's huge. I think it's 40 ounces. So I have it with me because I have not drank enough water today. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I got up really early to get my work done in the morning so I could spend time on the camper all day. And everything did not go smooth. I started. Oh, so the Stanley fad is people are spending insane amount of money on the Stanley cups, and it's getting. I haven't paid too much attention to this, but it's getting to the point people are like fighting over them in the stores, and they're coming out with new colors. And it's very much like kind of a younger generation, mostly females, and they like get certain colors, and the prices of the Stanleys have like skyrocketed, and it's just ridiculous. And it's like, I have a family member who is in middle school or ninth grade, and it's like, if you don't have a Stanley, you're not cool. And I think that is ridiculous. And so when I see people with Stanleys, I'm like, I don't want to be that person. So anyway, that's why I got a hydro. Okay, but I got up early because I wanted to work on the camper and I started filming a video for you guys. So the last live, I wanted your opinion on if I should just keep my old table or if I should get a new one. And you guys talked me into it, and I'm very happy that I did order the mount. It's called a what is it called? Lagoon mount. So I ordered that. It actually came in yesterday, and I was working on the tabletop last night and all day today. I was really excited about it. I put my own little flair on it. I bought like a big hobby board off from Home Depot, and I cut it down and I cut off, so it's like a rectangle. I cut off like the pointy edges and like rounded them out and sanded it and like made it so silky smooth, and I brought it down here. So this is where I do like my wood burning, and I like really took my time to decide. I decided instead of like wood burning the whole edges, I just did like one corner, and it was this like really cute little butterfly that I've always loved butterflies, but it kind of, I don't know, it has like a deeper meaning, I guess, a little bit as far as like, you know, the life cycle of a butterfly. And it was just really cute. And so this today, it was actually really nice and sunny out. And when I say really nice and sunny, it's still like chilly. It's like, it was probably high 30s, maybe it hit 41 point, but it's like a 3-4 hour window because the sun sets so early. So I stained it, and yes, thank you guys. Please like this video. It will help me out a lot. But I stained it, and I did like multiple coats of stain. I have always been very, very picky with stain. In all of my builds, have purchased so many different colors of stain and never really found one I loved. And I finally kind of have one, and my taste does change a lot. But I finally found one that I liked, and I stained it, and I put 3 coats of polyurethane on it, and it was looking so good. And then when I went to check on the last coat, it was dried. There was like a lot of bubbles in it, and I'm thinking it's because it was starting to get pretty chilly outside. And so I tried hitting it with like sanding just a little bit to try to get those bubbles out. I should have just left them. I should have left the bubbles because I don't know what I was thinking. It ruined the whole table. I had to sand down the whole table, take off all those layers of poly, and then take off as much of the stain as I could, because where the stain, like if I left some of the stain on, when I restained it, it wouldn't look even. And so I spent, I'm not joking you, over 2 hours just sanding it because my sanding battery went dead, so I got a fresh battery. But the problem was I only had one piece of sandpaper left, and it's the only one I've had. Yeah, I should have used a heat dryer, air dryer, whatever, but by the time I saw the bubbles, it was already like cured and it was hard. And so I only had one piece of sandpaper left, and for me to go and buy another one, it's a 30-minute drive. And this sandpaper had already been used from my prior bust build, so I was just trying to make it work because I don't have anything else I really need to sand down. So just trying to get it done, and it was just getting really dull, so I started hand sanding it. That was worse, so I ended up being able to sand it pretty much all down. But that also meant it messed up my wood burn, the butterfly. It didn't fully take it away, and so I brought it inside and I like retraced over and tried to wood burn it, and it just does not look that great. It kind of, it's okay, but it has more, I guess, like imperfections and errors now because I had to do so much sanding. And then also the wood that I'm using, like where the wood grain, it's similar to this. So like where the wood grain is, it's like the wood is harder and it isn't burning like the rest. And so it ends up, I have to spend more time on that, and then it jumps and it makes like a big circle where it's not supposed to. And I'm also extremely new to wood burning. So, and I have a very cheap, like beginner friendly wood burner. So I ended up being able, I had time to put a couple more coats of stain on it, and it looks okay. To me, it doesn't look as like smooth and like evenly saturated. It looks more like blotchy. But someone else saw it and they're like, oh my God, it looks beautiful. So maybe it's because it dried more. I'll have to see what it looks like in the morning. I contemplated just getting a whole new piece of wood and like restarting over, because the wood that I bought, it was only $17, but I have to drive a half hour to get it. I contemplated doing that, but then I was like, then I have to cut it. Hi, Janice. I'm like, then I have to cut all the edges off again, re-sand the whole thing, re-wood burn it. I'm like, that's silly. I can always like do that in the future if I really decide to. So I'm gonna try to make it work. I was just really bummed because I spent all day on it and I was so excited. And it has some errors, but there's bigger issues in the world than that. But I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of it tonight. I wanted to show it to you guys, and it is not anywhere ready to be shown. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But I did try to like document that whole process with the wood burning. Because I talked about it last live with you guys, but I might in the future start another channel that's just completely different than this one. It'll be more like follow, like let's hang out while I chat or something, or listen to cool music. Hey Brad, how are you? I re-watched my last live because I missed so many people's comments and I saw your comment on there on my last live. So thank you for joining. But I might do another channel in the future where it's more like of art stuff and a little bit more like laid back. So we'll see. What has air bubbles? The tabletop that I made today, the polyurethane, the last coat that I did created some air bubbles that I should have just left as is, but I felt like I spent so much time on it. I wanted it to look better. And I messed it all up by trying to sand it down because I had to sand down the whole thing. And also now my table, like it really isn't perfectly smooth anymore because I had to really get in there and sand off all those pieces. So I'm hoping I can just put like tons of poly on it to make it, I don't know, maybe look more even. It was just a big bummer, big bummer. But yeah, so I can't show it to you guys because it is not ready. I will do a hair dryer for sure next time. I was outside. It was probably a little too cold for me to be doing it, to be honest, but the sun, it was really sunny today, so I was hoping that would help me out, and it did not. But also, thanks, Paul. Also another thing that was a bummer today. So I thought I had my heater fixed. I figured out how to make it like to manually ignite it, kind of, sort of, or like make it ignite itself when propane runs out. Well, it stopped working, and so I thought maybe there's issues with the one propane tank was brand new, the other was empty. Like maybe it's an issue with the propane, I don't know. I tried a bunch of stuff. Someone else tried helping me, couldn't figure it out. So I went back and got all fresh propane tanks today, and it still didn't work. And I'm telling you, I was trying everything. It's just not igniting. And the last time, like the first time it didn't work, like since the last time I've been able to get it running, when I did try starting it, it's already really loud as is, but it made like a loud screeching noise, and I thought it was just the fan, and I don't know. So my heater is officially donezo. It is done. It's not in working order. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love Wyoming. I miss Wyoming so much. I would love to work, actually, this is totally off subject, but I love the Tetons area, and I would like to work a horse wrangler job there, hopefully. I guess it won't be this summer, maybe next summer. That was my little fact here. My first job ever when I was just turned 16 and I could drive. My first job was being like a horse wrangler, where I would take people out on trail rides, and it was traumatizing. It was just not a very, the owners didn't know anything about horses. Bodie, come here, Bubba. Come say hello. Come here, Bubby. I guess he doesn't want to come. I don't know what he's doing, but the horses weren't very well taken care of. It was just kind of like a shit show with people coming to ride, and we allow them to like run when they didn't know how to ride. It was just really stressful for a 16-year-old who was really shy and whatnot. But now that I'm an adult, I would love to do that again. Ooh, hello from Tennessee. How is the weather where you're at in Tennessee? Tennessee is also beautiful. Anyway, so my heater's not working, and it's to the point, not like, I don't want to spend the money to have it like fixed by someone because it's 30 years old. It was already loud. I just don't think it's worth investing to have it fixed. I should just find a new source. I had a diesel heater in my bus build and I really liked it when it worked. There were some issues with it, but when it worked, it was awesome. But another issue with that is you have to have, like, it comes with a small propane, diesel Pete's. I'm so tired. It comes with a small diesel container. So I would probably have to fill it up every like 3 to 5 days, which isn't a big deal. But I just think with what I'll be doing, I'm hoping I won't have to use a heater, honestly, all that often coming up. But with what I'll be doing this summer, which I probably won't have to use it too much, but I'm not going to have access to go get diesel every 3 to 5 days. So I might just use like an electric heater, which is so bad for power consumption. But I'll only use it when I'm hooked up because I will have an electrical outlet at my job this summer. So that's what I'm thinking. But that's not till May, so I have to have something to get me by till then. In the past, I've used a buddy heater. Not a fan, obviously. There's a lot of, you know, reasons for that, but it might get me by till then because I kind of thought I would be hitting the road. I am rebuilding an RV. I'm learning a lot from you. Oh, awesome, Amy. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to help. I am also kind of learning as I go, but I feel like a lot of things have gone wrong, like in my builds that I've learned to like figure out from asking other people. So I'll help you if I can. But I was hoping I could leave in 2 weeks because the camper is pretty much done besides these few things that are going majorly wrong. But if I did leave in like 2 weeks, that's going to be like the 3rd week in February. So what I'm thinking, I would be heading towards Arizona. So I would only really need a heater for like right before bed and right when I wake up, and a buddy heater would be okay for that. Just not ideal. And those little containers that come with them can be expensive. They used, at one point they were like $12. I think they went back down now, but I'm not gonna run it when I'm like sleeping. It's just not like the most like safety type of heater. If you can get a chance to air out the camp roads. Yeah, I think at least the buddy heater will like take out the like crisp coldness, you know. Yeah, I thought about using an electric blanket too. That pulls a lot of electric power, but what I'm thinking is like you just turn it on for a little bit, it's gonna keep it like warm and cozy. So I think I'll use like that along with a buddy heater for the time being. And then when I have the electrical outlet at my job, I won't have to worry about any like power consumption really. So that's what I'm thinking. For next winter, I'm definitely gonna have to do something that's a little bit more stable, I guess, which would probably be a diesel heater. I just don't want to dump a lot of money into this camper because my goal is I'd love to upgrade to one of my dream campers like by winter, but with everything going on, realistically that's probably not going to happen. And maybe it'll be like next summer, but so it'll probably be worth me like next winter putting in a diesel heater. But then again, maybe I'll be in Baja and I won't really need one and I can get by with those little things. I don't know. I felt like today, actually, I was getting a little frustrated just thinking about things because I finally had everything working out, like with the way I live in the bus, like everything was really coming together and I feel like I finally worked out all the kinks. And now it's like I'm reverting back and I'm spending all this money on things I already had, and it's like money I don't have right now, and I was just a little frustrated today with it all. Let me catch up on you guys'. Oh, your electric blanket doesn't work. I love buying things off Amazon because their return policy is amazing. Thank you. I love my bus too, and I'm really missing it lately. I love my camper, but the bus was just, you know, it was done. So it's like I was finally being able to like enjoy the fruits of my labor. But anyway, so the heater is replaceable. That is an issue that can be like, there's solutions. Found out today my fridge does not work. When I purchased it, the heater worked and the fridge was running off propane. So I thought, so my fridge runs off 120 volt, which is like house, and propane. I swear when I picked it up, it was running off propane, and he told me it worked. And I did turn it off when I got it parked here because didn't need it. It will not ignite. And it's a 30-year-old fridge. Like, it is very old, and it probably sucks anyway. It probably doesn't work that good, but it's such a bummer. And it's just like, those fridges are not easy to replace. I tried everything today. I tried Googling, I tried asking people, and it's like, I'm doing everything right, and when I try to ignite it, it will not hold like the flame. And I don't know if the 120 volt works because you have to have a 30 amp hookup to do that. I don't have that. So it's just to the point now where it's probably smart for me just to replace it. And it's just like, I don't want to dump that type of money into the camper right now, because I want it to have a high resale value. And with me putting all this money into it, it's almost not worth me like reselling, I guess. And then two, it's just like putting a lot of money into a 30-year-old camper that I don't plan on keeping forever. You are the third person, tea time, that has said that's what it is. I don't know how to access that part. I tried taking apart the fridge as much as I could today, and I could not see anything like that. I also could be completely wrong. And I don't know if it's worth having someone fix that, because it's a 30-year-old fridge, and if it does get fixed and then the fridge ends up working, is it even gonna be like that efficient? I know with these types of fridges, especially the old ones, when they're running off propane, they're like super inefficient. Like, some of your food will freeze and some will be warm, and so I don't know. But I know taking that fridge out is gonna be a nightmare. I already started kind of looking at how I would do it, and I don't know. I have to start doing it to like figure it out, because there's so many screws and whatnot, but it does not look like an easy process. And a lot of people, when they take their fridges out, they don't fit through the front door. I think mine will, though. I need to like re-measure again, but I'm pretty sure mine will fit through the front door. But the thing is, a 12 volt fridge is what is ideal for me, and those are at least $600. And I just don't want to put that into this camper right now. But in my bus, I did not have a 12 volt fridge. I had a 120 volt, and that was the main thing I always complained about. And it was a really cute fridge. It was like retro and like turquoise, and everyone always complimented how they liked it. And the first thing that would come out of my mouth was, it's super inefficient. Do not get this fridge. And that was that was like the highest of my to-do list, to upgrade and get a 12 volt fridge. And now I'm in the same spot, and I just don't think it's feasible for me right now to get a 12 volt fridge. So this is my idea. This is what I'm thinking. I also have yet to find a 12 volt fridge that is in the dimensions. So the fridge right now, the height is 31 inches. That's the only that will fit in there. The fridges I'm finding are 33 inches. So they're 2 inches bigger than what the space is. That's what the main issue I'm finding so far. What I'm thinking I may do is try to find a 120 volt mini fridge to replace it with. Super inefficient on power consumption, again. But once I get to my job, that won't be a big of an issue, and then I can save up for like a 12 volt fridge in the future. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because that'll just get me by for now. Yeah, that's the hard thing, is it's just such a strange dimension. I know. I also loved my oven in my bus. Speaking of the oven, I did check, because then I thought, my fridge isn't working, my heater's not working, it's a propane issue. I checked my fridge, and oh, speaking of propane, I checked, there's no leaks in it. But my oven is working, so that's good. I was scared to check that, and I finally checked it, and it is working. All the burners work, and like the oven itself works, and that's running off propane. So I know the propane is working, so that's good. Yeah, that's a bonus, Amy. That was one really good thing that happened today. It was just one of those days where it was like nothing was working out. I was trying everything, and then it just kind of was like I got nowhere, and I feel like I got nothing done. You know what I mean? It was one of those types of days where I almost feel like it's a day wasted, and now I'm just frustrated and tired and feeling like a little, I don't know, just kind of not exactly sure what to do moving forward. Like, I know what's best, but I'm trying to be smart, like finance-wise too. Let me see what you guys are saying. My 12-volt Dominic fridge here, $2,000. Ooh, that sucks. That's the thing. It's like you can spend so much money on something, and because of it being like an RV or, you know, camper van, things just go wrong. Yeah, I checked my propane. It's brand new. Everything's running fine. There's no leaks. So as far as where I can see, but the oven was working. Thank you, Amy, about the trim. I think the trim really like finished everything off. And I'm glad I did it. And I think what I decided to do with the colors works out pretty good with like the white and the green. Oh, along with my table, when I was doing the wood burning, I also did a little few art pieces to add to the camper. So I'm really excited about that. I made like a promise, or I guess, I don't know, an unwritten rule for myself for forever, that I'm not going to purchase artwork that isn't from, I don't know how to word this correctly, like an artist. Like when you can go into like Walmart or Target and buy like artwork that's really cheap or this and that. Like I want to buy artwork that I know is going straight to the artist. So either I'm going to make it myself or buy it from people I know. So I have a friend that is a watercolorist, and so it's like I would rather spend money on like her art than buying something from like a commercial store. And so I always try to tell everyone to do the same, because I think we get caught up in seeing like cheap art in stores or like online. But there are people we know that make amazing art that we should support more. Yeah, so I thought about using a cooler too, or just putting ice in my fridge. The problem is I don't have anywhere to put a cooler. And so those like chest style fridges are better than like a stand fridge, but I have no room for one. Maybe I should just use ice in the cooler or ice in my fridge for a while and like see how that works. That does not sound fun at all, but I don't know. I think if it's not dead of summer and hot, it might work okay. I bought one of those ovens that you use on top of the gas hob, but yeah, I didn't think I would use the oven as much as I thought. Once I did put an oven in the bus, it was so nice. I used it every single day, every single day. I freaking loved it. It was a game changer, and that's what was like one of the main things about the bus that I did that made it feel like home, or that it was doable for a long time, like sufficient living, was the oven. I loved having oven. So I'm glad my oven does work. It still just makes me a little nervous because it's so old. I don't know. I don't know. I have a fear of like freak accidents, I guess. So, which makes sense. Yeah. Also, there's a couple who lives in their camper full time. Ooh, dry ice. That's a good idea, Justin. Thank you for that. I'm gonna try that, I think. That's a really good idea. Sounds a lot less messy. But there's a couple who lives in their truck camper full time, and she was lighting the stove, like the oven, to make breakfast, and it exploded like bad. Like she was injured. Like it was really bad and traumatizing for her. She was injured for a while, and so they moved into a new truck camper, and they don't use any propane. And I was kind of thinking about that today. I'm like, you know what, it'd be kind of sweet never to have to worry about propane, and like have that thought in the back of my mind. And I think, yeah, it is really scary. And I think if this was like a camper that I know I was going to be in for a long time, I would probably be more open to investing in having no propane, which involve like taking out the oven and replacing it with a stovetop that was electric and whatnot. And also you have to have a way larger power source than I have, or that that's pretty much the main reason actually, is I'm not willing to invest in that much solar and battery right now. I just want to keep it simple. So, but that would be kind of cool in the future. But also propane is nice because it's just like more efficient, and I feel like you can be off grid for a little bit longer. When I in the bus, I just used propane for my oven, and I use my oven every single day, multiple times a day, and it lasted me like 4 to 5 months without having to fill up my small propane. And I think I had smaller than a 20 pound, maybe it was 20, I don't know. Oh, milk jugs frozen are good for staying cold. It's a good idea. So I'm sitting where I do my wood burning, and I've been trying to do it more because I'm not good at it. I'm very new to it. But the first piece I ever did that was, I wood burned, I didn't like the way it turned out. So then I tried adding paint to it, and it turned out kind of cute. I'll show it to you. I don't know why I'm on this like pink kick lately. I don't even usually like pink, but like that pastel pink I've been really attracted to lately. Holy tamale, an 83, that is old. I think it is scarier in older vehicles too, because there could be a propane leak anywhere in that line that like you might not know about. I don't want to freak myself out. But that is the thing, if just my oven is using propane, then I can turn my propane off all the time that I'm not using the oven. When I go to use the oven, I can turn the propane on, and that makes me feel a little bit better. The one thing I didn't like about the fridge being on propane was that propane had to be on all the time. So it makes me feel better having it just the oven. I feel like I have a little bit more control over it. Oh, greeting card. Kind of looks like that. No, it's just really thin wood. I bought the wood from like Michael's. It was really cheap just for me to practice on. But it turned out kind of cute. Yeah, I don't know why I'm on this pink kick, but I think I might put this in my bathroom. I don't know. Now that I'm staring at it, I don't like how dark these colors are compared to this, so maybe I'll paint over it even more. But it turned out kind of cute. I also have like this wood sitting here that I want to do something with. I've been watching some like YouTube tutorials on people that have been wood burning, and like they're making videos for beginners. And the pen that I have, I'll show it to you, they say is a great beginner's. It's just from Michael's, but there's a tip that is like the universal tip that is like the most common that you use for things, and I don't like it. I'm not good at using it, so I use this rounded tip. But there's limitations to this too, but I don't know, I really like the rounded tip the best. But what people who like wood burn more than I do, and they can get a little bit more detailed with things and just kind of, I don't know, it looks better. They use a more expensive, fancier wood burner, and the tips are completely different, and they're way more like powerful. And so I would love to upgrade that at some point in the future, just so the art I can do just becomes a little bit more advanced, I guess. My eye has been twitching on and off for like the last 2 weeks. It's starting to twitch, and it drives me nuts. And I don't know what is causing it, because it's not like just when I'm tired. It'll be like anytime. I thought it was actually from caffeine, but it's not, because I haven't had any caffeine. I think I'm gonna try to go live on Tuesdays at this time. I think this is a good time. It works out good for me. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so it does feel like a little late. Not that I'm like an early bird, but I like to be like in bed doing my thing by like 9:30, or at least I like to be being lazy at that time and like winding down. But I like doing these and like catching up and being able to like talk to you guys a little bit more. And I think having it at this time works out good because since I'm Eastern time, it's usually a little bit earlier for people. So I'm trying to sell something on Facebook Marketplace, and it's just like so many people are asking questions about it. So So I guess I'm asking for your guys' opinion if you think this time is something I should try to keep doing moving forward. It's hard because I have a couple friends that go live during the week, and I don't want to, like, you know, like have it be on their whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, intersect with their times as well. So I was actually going to put the mattress in the camper today, but all those other things I was dealing with. And actually I ordered those things to go under the mattress that helps airflow so you don't get mold and whatnot. I was thinking, I'm like, maybe I can like do without buying one right away. Well, then I was looking at YouTube videos and people were like, no, we got mold like no matter what, even if it wasn't hot outside. So I bought one. It's coming in the mail. And then I'll put the mattress in. So my bed, where my bed area is, it fits a queen short. Well, I didn't want to order like a specialty mattress, and I didn't want to buy one and try to cut it up and all that. So I'm just using a full. I had a full in the bus. It was fine. At some point, when I'm in a house, I've always had a queen, but a full was fine in the bus. But with both the dogs in there, they hog the bed. Like, I'm on a small piece of the bed and they're taking up the whole bed. And so that's when I was like, I need a freaking queen size bed. But I think a full will be fine for now. And it fits the space, so I'll have like a little, come here, Bubba. Come here, Bodie. Bodie's like, he doesn't know how to get through the doors. Bodie. Let me go get him. Hold on. I'll be right back. Come here, Bubs. Come on. Come here. Come on. Bodie's coming to say hello. Come here. Come up here so you can say hello to everyone. Oh, here he is. Isn't he looking so old? Look at the gray. You have gray in your face. You have so much gray and it's so sad. He's wagging his tail. So I'll be using a full-size mattress. The camper came with the mattress and it's brand new. It's been used once. And at first I was like, no, I'm not going to use that. But it's only used one time. And it's the mattress I would buy. It's the same mattress brand I would buy anyway. The only thing is it's 8 or 10 inches. And I kind of wanted to go a little bit shorter. But after talking to some people that have used mattresses that were 4 to 6 inches, they said they hated it and they had to get a mattress topper. Ooh, Isaac's in the house. Hello, what's up? So the mattress is somewhat comfortable. The reason why I wanted to go smaller is so I just have like more headroom, but the way my camper is designed, even without the mattress in there, I cannot sit up in the bed area and not like hit my head. I'm hunched over. So it's just something I'm gonna have to live with. And I mean, who knows? We'll see how it goes. But I think in my future truck camper, that'll be a non-negotiable, is having a area up there that is taller. Most of them are taller. Mine's just built differently. But I have a lot of storage up there, and I don't know. And it does. So one thing I really did not want in a truck camper is having that front window, because those are notorious for leaking. So I don't have that. So that's great. Yeah, propane can be scary. Oh, but speaking of Bodie and Izzy went in the camper for the first time today. I can't believe I haven't had them in there yet. For one, I didn't have those stairs. And then it was always just kind of like construction zone in there, and it's like clean now. And I'll show you guys in my next video, but I have like rugs down, and I'll have my bed in there, and it's gonna look like way more done. It's really coming together. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, it was the first time in there. The first time walking up, they were a little nervous about going up the steps, and then they're going in and out on their own. And Bodie was like on the couch, and then I was outside working, and I went to check on him because I can't believe he just stayed in there. And he was like taking a nap on the couch, and it just made me like really happy to see him like comfortable in there. And I don't know, because it's a new space, and you know, he loved the bus. Him and Izzy were so comfortable in the bus. So I'm just happy to know that like he's gonna be fine in there, and I think he'll really like it. But yeah, I can't believe it was their first time in there. And I think I did record it and get it on camera, so it'll also be in my next video. I'm like chugging this. I filled it all the way up before I started, going live, and it's already almost gone. Bodhi's just sitting there staring at me. Come here. You don't have to be so weird. Also, yeah, the dogs probably are ready to get on the road. It's been interesting. They're spoiled where we're at now by my parents, but Bodhi's been so lazy lately. Like, so lazy. I mean, I've been so lazy lately. It's winter, but he's so lazy. And so I've been getting him outside and like trying to get him to do stuff. Yeah, you've been lazy. Come here. But it's like I'll throw his toy or the ball to him. Hi, Bubby. Like once or twice, and he's already done. I'm like trying to force him to be more active. When I like I've been taking him on walks a lot more this week because the weather's been nice. And he's excited to go and whatnot. But like as far as playing in the yard, like he's just done after 2 throws and he's ready to chill. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, sir. Oh, I know. He always looks so sad and so pathetic. Oh, I know, honey. You're just a tired boy. I think that's most of the updates I have for you guys, though. We're already 40 minutes in. I'm probably thinking I have another 5 minutes in me tonight. I'm pretty tired, and I have a lot of research to do. I've been looking up fridges that fit that space. I'm so bummed about that. I was so happy everything in the camper worked, and I thought I got like an amazing deal on it, which I still think I got a good deal. Like, I didn't pay a whole lot for it. I just don't want to put a whole lot into it. Right now, at least. Like, in the future, I'm willing to invest and like do what I need to do, but right now, I'm just trying to get back on the road. And I have a lot of miles to get somewhere out of Michigan that is somewhat warm. I'll keep you guys updated, but my thoughts, I mean, things change so much, but my thoughts are when I leave here, I want to go to Oregon, Colorado, stop and see a couple friends. It is dead of winter there, though, so I'll have to have some type of a heater. And then from there, I want to go to Arizona and see some friends that are hitting me up like every day, being like, where are you? What's going on? Hurry the hell up. Oh, I got to tell you guys about my truck. But anyway, so that is my goal. Yeah. Yeah, and so that is my goal. What was I saying? But who knows? We'll see. I just know I want to get on the road ASAP, so I have a little bit of time before I start my job. Also, Sunday morning when I started my truck up, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, Paul, is like the resale value will go up when I put new appliances in. But that's my worry is like right now, if I just put like a 120 volt fridge in there, that's not the best option. But also a lot of people who do go camping are like staying at RV parks and stuff. So either it's kind of like I need to figure out, am I going to have it to you where it's the buyer isn't going to care about being off grid, or do I need to have everything ready for someone who does want to be off grid? That's kind of the choice I have to make. But, you know, maybe I think my plan right now for the fridge is to find something like cheap off Facebook Marketplace or something just to get me by, or I'm going to try the ice thing. Actually, I'm going to try the ice thing and then maybe get a cheap fridge and then upgrade to a nicer fridge. My truck started up Sunday morning. Check engine light comes on. Doesn't go off. I drived on and off running around doing errands, stayed on all day. So I called my mechanic, can't get in until Thursday. So Monday I took it to AutoZone to have it like scanned and like to tell me, kind of like diagnose it. And it was just a glow plug issue. So I don't think it's gonna be anything major. And I was talking to my friend about it, Stuart. He always helps me out with stuff. And he showed me, like told me how I can replace it myself. But I think I'm just going to take it to the mechanic and like let them do with it, because it's like getting to the point with stuff where like I can't mentally handle things like going wrong, or like me not being able to do certain things, which sounds very, very silly, but I'd rather just take to the mechanic, have them like figure it out. I'm gonna have to do research. I'm gonna have to buy the right part. Don't know if I'll get the right part, all that. I just want to be like, here, you guys do it, get it done, get it back to me, kind of a thing. So that was very frustrating because I didn't know what was wrong with it. And I was thinking like it could have been something really bad, but it sounds like it's not anything major, so that is good. A little bit of a roller coaster though, but I did order a little scanner for future. If a check engine light does come on, I can scan it myself and at least see what it is. So I'm really excited about that because I think that's gonna be really, really, really helpful. Yeah, I agree. That is the thing, is it's a 30-year-old camper, so I'm not surprised that these things are not working. Um, but I don't want to dump a lot of money into like a 30-year-old camper, I guess, because there is a fine line between like investing in it, but also like never getting that money back, you know? So I would hope no matter what, the resale value is going to be higher than what I purchased it for, just because of the things I've done to it and just with me like taking good care of it and whatnot, but we'll see. Also, who knows, I could get in it and decide I freaking love it and I never want to get rid of it. So that would be awesome. I'm gonna see how this week goes, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll go live again next week. But I think I'll definitely do a premiere of when my next video goes live. I don't know if I'll go live on here, but if I do, I'll make the decision by Sunday. So by Sunday, I will let you guys know if I'm going to go live or not. Maybe I'll have some really good, exciting news I want to share with you, and that would be a good reason to go live. Okay, but with that, I am going to sign off, you guys. Thank you for joining, and thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I will keep you updated on what I decide to do with the heating situation and the fridge, and then also my truck. Hopefully the truck is an easy fix. We'll see. I am glad that it's happening while I'm here though, because this would be more pain in the ass if the camper was on it and we were out in the middle of nowhere. So it could always be worse. But okay, guys, I will see you guys all later. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.